Okay, I just want to talk about how we're going to do the lab. Okay, there are actually three parts to the lab. The first part is with the concave lens. It's totally done outside. The second part is with the convex lens, and it's done outside. And then the third part is also with the also with the concave lens, but it's going to be done inside. Okay, so the first two parts, so everything with the concave lens is outside. First half convex lens outside, and second half convex lens inside. So the concave lens is this guy, right, that has one case. And so the first piece you do, so we take everything downstairs, so we're going to have a meter stick, and the meter stick's going to have a lens holder on it. So the lens holder is like round like this, and you're going to put the lens in, and then it has a little case, and it's going to sit on the meter stick. So just ignore this part. Okay, so it's going to sit on the meter stick. And then also on the meter stick is going to be your screen. Okay, so you place the concave lens in the lens holder, and you put it in the meter stick. You place the screen on one side, and then you aim the lens at the sun. So here's the sun up here, smiling, of course. And you tilt, like, so you actually tilt your apparatus this way with your lens on it and with your screen on it. And so you tilt it to the sun, okay? And so then what it says is, allow the parallel rays to strike the lens along the principal axis so that an image is formed on the screen. Now, it's a concave lens. So the image you're going to get is going to actually be like a blur, like not a perfect image of the sun like you will in the other lens, but you'll see that you get something on the screen. Okay, the image will appear to be a dark circle inside a larger bright one. Okay, so the center circle will be dark, and the outside one will be brighter. Okay, you want to start with the screen close to the lens. Okay, and once you get this image, you measure this distance, and you also measure the radius, or the diameter, excuse me. You measure the diameter of the bright circle. So the distance the lens is from the screen and the diameter of the bright circle. And I gave you on your table in the last page of the lab, which I didn't pull out, is the table where you fill this in. Okay, so once you do that, and you can see it, I can't get it with my one hand. So then once you do that, then you move the screen to a new location and repeat the measurement, and then a new location, and I think it's 5 additional sets of data. So you'll do it here, then you'll do it with it out here. So it tells you to start close, and then you keep moving it out, and you get 5 measurements of the distance the object is from the screen, and the diameter, the size of the image. Okay, and that's all you do outside for the concave lens. Once you finish that, you put the concave lens carefully back in its package, and you'd pick up the convex lens, which is the diverging one. So it's this guy. You are also going to put it on in this lens holder and put it on the meter stick. And you're going to put your screen in the background. And then you're going to tilt it up to the sun, and you're going to get the sun to focus on the screen. And you're going to move your screen back and forth, and this time it's going to come into a nice, sharp focus. So sharp that you would then begin to understand, oh, this is how you could set the screen on fire if it was a warm enough day, if the sun had enough heat in it. We're probably too late in the year for that to happen now. If we were like May or something, it would be possible. So you're going to move the screen back and forth. You're going to have your thing tilted again, just like you did up top, okay? To get the best angle for the sun's rays. Move your screen back and forth until you get that nice sharp image. And you're going to measure this distance. This distance should be your focal length, Remember, light from a distant object is going to get refracted through your lens so that it focuses at F. And so once you get this as perfectly focused as possible, then that's your F. And when you finish that, that's everything we have to do outside. You'll write that focal length in here. You'll double it to get the 2F, and really you don't have to worry about the height. Then you're going to come back inside. And when you come back inside, now on the table, you're going to have your little candle, and you need to bring your textbook because the candle's going to sit on your textbook on the end of the meter stick. So the way we'll set it up in our lab is here's your meter stick, and here's your lens holder, okay, with your lens. And you're going to put your textbook here so that it's sitting right at the end. The meter sticks are on little stands. You're going to put your textbook right at the end of the meter stick, and you're going to put your candle on it. And when everything's set up, you're going to light it. You're going to have your screen in the back here. And then you're going to move your object, or excuse me, you're going to move your lens so that your object ends up in the different spots. So it tells you to start beyond 2F. So you just found F outside, so you double it and you put your object beyond that. So this is something that's greater than 2F. And don't just make it like 1 centimeter greater than 2F. Make it 5 or 6 centimeters greater than 2F so that you're sure that even if you're off by F a little bit, you're still beyond 2F. So you place your candle at the very end, you put your lens so that it's greater than 2F, and now you move your screen back and forth until you get a nice, clear, perfect image. Then you measure your DO and your DI. You fill it in the table. It's this table. The table also asks you things like height, so you can say bigger or smaller because it'll be hard to measure it. Type of image, is it real, virtual, or none? And is it erect or inverted? Once you do that, you now move your lens so that it's at 2F. And then you move your screen again to get it focused. You fill out the chart. You move your lens so the object is between F and 2F, and you go through all the cases. Okay? So that's our lab. Hopefully that helps. It's usually the part outside that screws people up. Usually the part in here will make sense. Just read it through. Now that I've talked about what you're going to do, read it through to make sure how what I say matches what's on there so that then in class you'll be able to move through it more easily. Okay? Thank you.